Dave Balmer, Stadium Manager here at Kingsholm. Dave, 18 years at the club, congratulations. Take us back to 1995-96 and how much has your job changed since then?
96, February the 1st, slightly different. Not so much water around as we've got now, rather frosty. I think it was around about -3 when I first started. And at the time there was only 3 full-time staff, including myself, the commercial manager and the ticket office manager.
Obviously the developments in science and all the research that goes into maintaining a pitch like this, that must have changed.
Yeah, it has a bit, yeah. But you know, we've managed to avoid too many postponements with the sort of like the natural pitch we've got, and it's only like the last season that we put the proper drainage and irrigation system in.
And you've seen Kingsholm change as well. You've got the grandstands that we're standing by today, and a new element to your job as well with the concerts coming in on the calendar.
Yeah, obviously, you know, we had the old stand that was here that just sort of like cast a little shadow on the pitch, and obviously now this one casts rather a shadow on the pitch. And with the stand being built at the east end, which is now the JS stand, yeah, we've had a bit of pitch movement as well. It's moved sort of like 10 metres west realistically.
And also on the playing side of things, can you pinpoint a Gloucester performance on the pitch that you've prepared that stands out for you?
We've had a few good ones over the years. I think one of them, the ones that stood out, was the first season here when we beat Saracens at the end of the season, and realistically they should have been relegated, but the powers that be changed the rules and Saracens survived. And also a game against Northampton, which welcomed Trevor Woodman and Phil Vickery back to Kingsholm after the 2003 World Cup.
Obviously, there's a lot of weather around Gloucestershire at the moment, so you must be developing your skills as a meteorologist. Yeah,
we do study the weather rather a lot, but as you can see with the professionals on the telly, it's not an exact science, so we just take an average and hope for the best realistically.
And obviously stood behind you now is the crossbar that's come under a lot of focus in the last season. That must have been an interesting afternoon for yourself and your team.
Oh, it was, yes. I mean, just settling down in match control and get the shout that the crossbar had come off, and so we had to rouse the ground staff from different points of the stadium and rectify the problem as soon as possible.
And you've obviously got a loyal team behind you here at Kingsholm. Tell us about them.
The team I've got, obviously, my main man is my brother Graham, who we recruited from King's School 3 years ago. He's been head groundsman at King's School for probably 30 years, and he's now come on board with us. And the other 2 chaps that work with me, Mike B, he's the man that does all the sweeping and clearing up around the stadium. He's in his early 70s, and you wouldn't find a better worker as you've seen around the stadium. And my maintenance man, Mike McCarhill, retired and came here to work at the age of 63, and he's still here at the age of 77.
It's great to see there's a good team behind you, and the team that go towards putting forward Gloucester's proud record of only having that one game against Northampton postponed, and we have had some freezing cold afternoons here. Yes,
although our previous MD, Mr Ken Nottage, also says that the game against Newcastle, which was cancelled due to the fog, was also classed as a cancellation as well.
Artificial pitches obviously in the focus with modern rugby. Do you see Kingsholm going down that line in the future?
I don't know. In the future, maybe. I think, you know, the reports you're hearing from around the country and worldwide with the American football, that it's not all rosy with these artificial pitches, the injuries and that are sustained even in training, you know, still harbour back to playing on the proper natural surface, I think.
Obviously, on a lighter note, when you're watching the game, do you get a bit of panic when you see the scrums going down and churning up your pitch? Not
really. It goes with the territory, doesn't it? Really. I mean, you know, since we put the drainage in here, it's helped tremendously. And you know, if it happens, it happens. You're just something to do on Monday morning, realistically.